Welcome, everyone. Welcome into Purple LunaRose Tarot and Astrology. We are going to be looking at the fire signs tonight, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we are looking at the week of September 3rd through September 9th. Guys, don't forget we are streaming on 3 different platforms. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. I don't know if I'll be offering any free readings at the end, guys. I guess we'll just see when we get there. But yes, thank you, Miss L. Please tap that like button for us. Amy over on Facebook. Hello. All right. Hi, Miss Tina. Okay, so I'm going to do a collective energy reading to start with. Guys, I did talk about these September hot dates in last night's live. So if you guys missed that, you can check it out over on our YouTube channel under the live tab. We did go ahead and discuss the ones that I felt stuck out for the whole month of September. So we're not going to talk about the astrology too much. There's really not a lot to talk about. The blue moon is definitely taking over all the energies, right? It's funny because I kept waiting for this blue moon energy to come in, and I kept saying that I thought I had felt it already. Guys, you will know when the blue moon energy is here. It's definitely expect the unexpected energy. So yes, it's definitely here. It's very strong. It's very powerful. This is also when Venus, we're looking at September 3rd. So this is when Venus retrograde is coming to an end. So the 40 days and 40 nights are over, right? And what does that mean? It means that, especially for divine feminine, I feel like I can tell strongly. I guess maybe I can't tell as much for divine masculine, but only just because I haven't been in touch with divine masculine energy. I've been really focused on divine feminine energy throughout the whole of Venus retrograde, which was the whole point, right? To focus on our feminine energy. I do feel like this was like our glow up period, a period where we stepped into our power, set our boundaries, went after the things that made us happy. And really, I think like nourishment and health became very important during Venus retrograde, right? It is still here, and I will say that compounded with this blue moon, it can be very emotional. Guys, I cried like 4 times today. So, I mean, I'm just saying. One time was just because there was a commercial that, was emotional. Another time was because I thought of a memory of something that happened years and years ago. And another time was like because something inconvenient was happening at the moment. So I'm just saying, like, it's definitely a very emotional moon. But here's what I'm going to say. I purged as soon as I noticed that I was emotional. I mean, I just let it come out, guys. Just let it out. Don't try to hide or like hold all those emotions, or don't like try to sweep them under the rug, like I try to say, all right? Just get them out. And then once you deal with them, it's like you deal with them, you face them, and you can move on. My sister was helping me with this when I was going through a very emotional period. She was explaining to me like when we drink or we smoke or we take, I don't know, sleeping pills, anything to like, escape whatever emotion it is that we're trying to deal with. And that's all it does is it helps us escape. It doesn't actually help us like, process that trauma and that emotion. So what happens is we bury it and then they come back, right? And so I do feel like this Venus retrograde is going out just as powerfully as she came in. So all I'm going to say is purge, 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 get it out, let it all out. Don't hide it. Um, yeah, this is definitely like the last, week of the last 40 days and 40 nights of what everyone said was going to be a very, difficult, challenging, turbulent summer. Some people said it would even ruin summer. I wouldn't necessarily go as far to say that it ruined summer, but it definitely made it very challenging. Those 40 days and 40 nights seem very, very long, right? So yeah, that's kind of the energies that we're in. I feel like feminine energy is definitely starting to feel the glow up. Some of you are struggling to see it. And I think you'll see that energy in the next couple of days. And I feel like for masculine energy is more emotional. Um, if they're facing the emotions without the escapism, right? Without the whatever they use to escape, then it's like they're purging, just like divine feminine, right? Like they're getting all the emotions out. So definitely could be like tears involved, could be like, I don't know, masculines tend to purge their energies in different ways, right? But yeah, I do feel like that's kind of what's going on. I am going to do a collective reading really quickly. We'll tap into the masculine and feminine energy. I will look at the bridging energy, of course, that it's going to be the spiritual lesson that we are all currently learning at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm going to do head, heart, or higher self. I guess I'll see when spirit tells me, right? So I am going to use energy oracle to start out. And the guys' Etsy readings all caught up. Several got sent out today. And I have a couple more going out after this live. So I think all but one birth chart interpretation should be sent out. And then that birth chart interpretation will be sent out in the morning. So yeah, all caught up. The blue moon was definitely getting me. I was starting to feel like I was getting behind. And had to make some adjustments, right? But yeah, I think we got them all out in time. No one's reading should be late. Private readings, guys, Etsy shop only. All right, masculine energy, we have the action card coming out. The action card in the energy oracle is the card that shows the horses, and it's a little bit blurred. And it says that the reason the picture is blurred is because the horses are running so fast, so quickly. So 17 and then 1 and 7 is 8. I am getting the 8-8 portal energy manifestation. I feel like they're trying to manifest something and they want it to come in quickly. I know you guys have heard it. If you're watching other twin readers, you've heard that the masculine energy is moving in quickly. So, I mean, that's very possible too. All right, let's look at feminine energy next, please. Feminine energy. So we have the envy card coming out. Ooh, how interesting. I had a little bit of that today. A little bit of like pissed off. Why is everything got to be so freaking challenging, right? The envy is an energy of like wanting something that someone else has. And I don't necessarily feel like divine feminine is struggling with this energy. I feel like we were definitely struggling with this energy. And it's interesting because it's a little bit of swap from masculine energy. Like masculine energy was just in this envy not too long ago. Maybe it's possible that feminine energy feels like things are moving too slow and wondering how come masculine energy gets to move in so much quicker. But I would say have some compassion there. It's funny because I was watching this TikTok video today, and the guy was like, be careful what you try to manifest, what you wish for. Because it's funny, when we wish for things, we don't really take into consideration like what we're asking. But let's say, for example, that I'm asking I'm trying to manifest a better life. Well, if I'm trying to manifest a better life, suddenly I'm going to be facing a lot more challenges. I'm going to be facing a lot more things because I have to clear these challenges and clear these obstacles out of my way so that I could achieve this better life that I've been trying to manifest, right? So I feel like that's kind of what's happening for masculine energy there. It's like they're trying to manifest something. And it's almost like be careful what you ask for, because when it comes in, when you really want something, when you really ask for it, and I don't mean like just speak it out loud, but I mean like you're really asking spirit, the universe, for this thing, you could definitely be called to take a lot of action for this thing to be able to come in. For feminine energy, it's a little bit of like, why do we have to be the ones that are called down here for the 40 days and 40 nights, right? I do get the sense of they've been more challenging for the energies have been more challenging for the feminine energy. And here's what I'm going to say. We talked about that a little bit last night. I'm kind of learning the process of this twin journey, right? I always say like I'm not ever going to come out here and tell you, oh, I've solved all the riddles and I know everything, because I'm in this journey too. I always say I'm in this boat with you, and I'm learning the process as I move through my own awakening. But I do get this energy that the masculine, of course, activates the whole journey. And, you know, I mentioned that a few times back where I said that the masculine actually manifests the feminine, and that's kind of what happens. Like the masculine comes down into this lifetime, and they're so battered and abused and mistreated and punished and just, I don't know, I could keep going, but it's like they get to this point where they're like, I can't do it on my own anymore, and it's like they need a boost, an energetic boost, right? And that's definitely how the masculine activates the journey. And then it's actually the feminine who leads the journey. It's the feminine who goes off and says, hey, like something happened to me and I need to go figure out what all of this is about, right? And that's when they learn about purpose, and that's when they start healing, following purpose, and yada, 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 right? So it's like the feminine leads this journey. But I do get this sense that because we were asked to sit in the 40 days and 40 nights, it is this energy of, some of us are pouting. Like I know I'm pouting. Some of us are, hi Sandra. And I mean, please don't send me the comments. I'm not, I don't know, like I'm human, and yeah, like I get upset about this journey sometimes, and I wonder like why certain things happen sometimes. But I can definitely sense the envy. Like we tend to feel, the feminine energy tends to feel like they have to do the heavy lifting. They have to do most of the transmuting, right? Like we're if we are these light seed, like if we are these star seeds, these like if we come down here and we're transmuting all this negative or all this darkness into light, it's like, what is the masculine doing, right? What are they doing over there with all their karmics and all their stuff? Like I definitely can sense a little bit of like it's more challenging for feminine energy. But here's what I will say, and only because I know personally from my own journey. They go through it too, right? Like they go through the things too. Feminine energy is more, like I said, we pout, we tend to complain, and please don't yell at me. I'm just telling you what these energies tend to do. Doesn't mean all of them are the same, but we tend to be like, yeah, this sucks and I don't like it. And masculine energy tends to hold all those things in, right? Some of these masculine energies are learning that they have to stop holding these things in because the top blows, right? So there is, yeah, I feel like both of those are pretty spot on. Let's look at the bridging energy. The patience card flies out. So we have 17, 20, and 16. The sevens are not getting by me. It is the end of our 7-year cycle, and we have started a new cycle. I am getting this feeling of, it's so funny because it's like, I feel like divine feminine's been patient for so long, right? Divine masculine's just now learning to be patient. But it's definitely this energy of like, we've started a new cycle, and now it is this feeling like now we have to wait again for something. But I am hearing that divine timing is here. It's like it's here and maybe we don't see it just yet. On the bottom, we have the garden and the gate. I feel like we're fixing to get asked the big question, right? I feel like Spirit asked me the big question last week. It's definitely like, is this the route we're choosing? Is this the, like, are we ready to work this journey, to shine our light, to follow our purpose? I feel like we've been given so many blessings and been shown our gifts up until this point, and it's like we've had so much assistance up until this point. And I feel like we're at this period now where it's like we're going to have to start taking the action. We're going to have to start standing. We're never on our own, right? I feel like we're always in union on this journey, but Spirit is always with us. Our guides are always with us. There's a whole spiritual team, right? But the garden and the gate talks about how right now both parties feel like they're in a safe environment. And they do have the key. They can unlock that gate and they can go out into this great expansion, the great unknown. And what's out here is ascension, is more awakening, is spirit, source. But again, it's like she feels safe here with what she knows. So she stays where it's comfortable. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. That's going to be your collective masculine and feminine energies. Forgot the timestamp, of course. Miss L says, PLR, I have been pouting. I felt my lips doing it over the past weeks. I change it with a smile. Yes, Miss L, perfect advice. Miss L says, Miss Sandra says, turn that frown upside down. And Sandra texted me this morning first thing, and she's like, I'm determined to have a good Monday. It's just been too long. It's, you know, time for a good Monday. So I hope you had a good Monday, Sandra. All right. Aries. Okay, so I have pulled out the Sacred Destiny, which was gifted to me by Sandra. And remember, this is also Denise Lynn. And that's what we're going to do, our energy of the week. I've pulled out Queen of the Moon because this blue moon is here and it is fierce. Guys, we are looking at the week of September 3rd through September 9th. But I mean, we are live streaming on August 28th. This blue moon is less than 2 days away. Yeah, and it's coming in fast, guys. It's coming in fast, emotional, powerful. It's full moon in Pisces. So it's like, yeah, just get ready. Just get ready. All right, let's do 1648 for Aries. Aries, September 3rd through September 9th. And I'm going to start with the Sacred Destiny. Let's get energy of the week, please, for Aries. 2 came out. We have miracles in action. And I am getting the energy that there will be action that is needed for these miracles to come in. On the bottom, wow. Ooh, I just got the whole reading for Aries in like, I don't know, a New York second. Bam, talk about a download. Forgiveness on the bottom. That's the overall energy of the week. You have a new opportunity, Aries, to forgive someone. Here's something that I know. When we don't forgive someone, when we lie and say that we're over it and we forgive them and it's totally fine, and we know it's not, what we do is we cause ourselves a blockage. It's like we've tied like a ball and chain to whatever this thing is that we've decided we're not going to forgive, right? And now we drag the weight of whatever. Let's say it's a 200-pound man that you've decided you're not going to forgive, Aries. Now you're dragging the weight of this 200-pound man that you've decided you're not going to forgive with you everywhere you go. So I do feel like you're going to get an opportunity, and I think you're going to see it as some sort of miracle to release that it's like a ball and chain. It's like something that's been weighing you down, holding you back because you refuse to forgive it. I'm just saying, if you've pissed an Aries off, I don't know. I feel like I forgive pretty easily. There are times that I feel like I held on to things a little bit longer and I would just say that I was over it when clearly I wasn't. The Aries are like quick to get mad, but we're also quick to get over it. But if you tick one off and they stay mad at you, where it's hard for them to forgive you, I mean, you really have to have done as quickly, like I said, as quickly as Aries is to get mad, they're quick to forgive. So if they don't forgive, then you really must have messed this Aries up, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm quick to go, yeah, I'm okay. It's fine. But I do know what it is that it's talking about. I've recently bought some of those chain cutters. You know what I'm talking about? What do they call those big that you cut chains and ball and chains off with? You know what I'm talking about? I say I recently purchased one. I don't even know what it's called. Amanda, absolutely, Amanda. Hang out with me till the end, and I would love to. All right, Aries, let's look at challenge or obstacle. All right, so we have fruition. Something you've been manifesting comes into fruition. It's number 37, and it is the harvest moon. This is the moon. This is the moon, guys, that we're having right now. So Aries, we're starting out running, right? Okay, so we're looking at September 3rd through the 29th. So this is what's going to happen after this blue moon, Aries. Right now, what you're trying to manifest is not coming into fruition, right? Watch what happens after this blue moon. This blue moon is powerful. It's powerful, guys. Manifest big with this particular full moon. All right, lesson learned. We have purity, clean slate. It's the snow moon, 2 big full moons coming out, 37 and 30. So the threes are not getting by me, Aries. Okay, so purity talks about a clean slate. Okay, you're trying to manifest something and you either need to give that something a clean slate, like example, forgiveness, Aries, or or you need to remove all the negative thoughts that are blocking the way from you being able to manifest whatever it is you're trying to bring in. All right, let's look at the outcome. What is the outcome for Aries? September 3rd through September 9th. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The dark moon comes out, the void. Okay. We're going to clarify. But I think that you've been trying to manifest with some heavy baggage. And I think you finally dropped that baggage this week, Aries, and what you want comes in faster than you think. And is that what you're trying to manifest? Have mercy. The masculine comes out. The masculine could, of course, be talking about divine masculine, especially if I'm talking to divine feminine. But I just want you to know it's number 42, and it actually is about balance. See how it's showing all the moon phases, and it talks about using those phases to the best of our abilities, using those energies to the best of our abilities, and how those energies can help balance our masculine and feminine energies. All right, so I've pulled out the Light Seers Tarot. I see that 3 of Swords on the bottom. Someone has broken someone's heart, Aries. All right, action and miracles. I just want to say the miracles card is very dark and it has these rainbows coming out, Aries, but it's like the rainbows are coming out of the storm. On the action card, there's a storm also, like the clouds are starting to gather and build up. Wow, the devil comes out, Capricorn energy, and the emperor comes out, strong, powerful Aries energy. This is going to have something to do with manipulation. This is the Light Seers Tarot, and you see the devil card has this puppet, this man on these puppet strings, and it's like talks about how someone's pulling your strings, Aries. Someone's pulling your strings. King of Pentacles comes out. It could be someone that you have on a pedestal. It could be someone also that is somehow influencing your finances. I'd say the action is that you step into your power and you cut those strings. And if I'm talking to an Aries and this is your twin counterpart, I mean, I understand that cord cutting is not a freaking thing, or we would have all done it yesterday, right? But there is a way um, to call your power back and focus on your energies. It's like you stop focusing on the thing that you had on the pedestal. All right, so we all know what happens when we're trying to manifest something and then we stop focusing on it, right? And the Strength card comes out. This is internal energy. This is internal strength. This is internal conflict. The Hanged Man also comes out. Pisces energy. This definitely could be this full moon. This full moon could be making you feel like you're stuck in your head, Aries, like you're stuck in your head. I'm wondering now is if it's like you're not sure what it is that you're trying to manifest. And that's why Spirit's saying like wipe it clean, start over. And that's probably why it didn't come in before the blue moon. Five of Wands comes out just as confirmation. There's definitely some challenges here. It's challenging. What you're trying to bring into fruition isn't coming. And most likely it's because what's happened, Aries, is you've most likely changed your mind. Ten of Swords comes out. Ten of Swords is a completion to a painful life cycle. Ace of Pentacles comes out. This is Spirit offering you a new beginning, a new chance. And Temperance comes out. Some major healing here. This is Sagittarius energy, but Temperance is slow energy. I feel like, I know it's a fire sign, but it is the slower of the fire signs. And it is this energy like, you could have tried to rush this process, Aries. And that's why your manifestation was not able to come in. But something happens this week where you get this clean slate. Most likely this is going to be about forgiveness, Aries. And it's like the moment it happens, it's like a light switch comes on and you're back to number one. You're back to the void card, the dark moon. This is a pause, reflex, get ready because you're about to start a new journey, right? So we have the Five of Pentacles coming out. Five of Pentacles, again, frustration. Seven of Wands coming out. Seven of Wands is like boundaries, and then Judgment coming out, purpose. You feel like you're not, like it's challenging for you to get out or get open. I'm feeling like the bubble around her, like I understand that we need healthy boundaries. That is very important and that does help us follow our purpose. But I think for some of us Aries, we're making that bubble a little bit too tight. And I just want to say, if that's the case, Aries, don't beat yourself up. Venus retrograde definitely called us to pull our energies back from everything, everyone, everywhere. And I think right now you're just finding challenging as to how to open those energies back out, how to, for me personally, okay, in my own personal journey, it's been challenging for me to know when it's okay to like go out into the world, right? Because it's Venus retrograde and we're being asked to go in, reserve all our energies, conserve all our energies. It's like I'm being challenged, like when can I expel some of my energies? You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's kind of what's happening for you, Aries. On the bottom, you have Page of Cups. So here's what I'm going to say. You didn't manifest something originally, most likely because you changed your mind about halfway through, Aries. And now what's going to happen is you're realigning to who and where and what you're really supposed to be doing, right? So as soon as you release something, as soon as you go, oh, I'm not going to stress about this thing anymore. I'm just going to align with what I'm supposed to be doing. And what's meant for me cannot pass me. It's like as soon as you do that, Aries, bam, the thing comes in. Page of Cups. This is Page of Cups in the Light Seers Tarot. Do you see the little pig flying up there? And it talks about definitely like this person doesn't believe this is going to happen. It's like the theory is when pigs fly, will I see this thing happen? I think this thing is fixing to happen. It may not have happened, like I said, before the blue moon, and it was because most likely you changed your mind. And when you change your mind in mid manifestation like this, Aries, you do need the power of that blue moon to bring in what you decided you wanted, right? Hi, Tim. All right, let's do power of love for guidance for Aries. I think a lot of us were trying to manifest with this moon before the moon energy peaked. And I feel like Spirit almost restricted us. Like we almost had to wait until the peak. Self-love comes out. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. That is the Venus retrograde. That is what we just learned in the last 40 days and 40 nights. Responsibility is also here. You're aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. All right, Aries, let's close it out with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel like you're in your thoughts. And I feel like there could be too, like some confusion as to what action to take. The answers you need are coming, a full moon in Gemini. I do feel like we're talking to some twin Aries. And I do feel like the answers, we did see the lunar god, the masculine energy. And I do feel like that's where you're waiting for your answers to come in from. We also have emotions are running high. I just got done saying I didn't think you were super emotional, but I thought you were definitely in your thoughts. And then don't let your past hold you back, the South Node. And I think that's the issue. Originally, when you were trying to manifest, you were trying to manifest something from your past, Aries. And it's like as you move through Venus retrograde, as you stepped into that self-love, self-care, as you started to take responsibility for your journey, you're like, you know what? I don't even want the thing from my past. I want a whole brand new thing, right? All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Aries. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, please tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we will move to Leo. I love that Tim knows his chart. Spencer's got to tap down the hall and come check on me, make sure I'm okay. Then he sees I'm okay, he goes back in there. Oh, it's okay, Tim. I think I actually hit the button a few minutes early. Or maybe I just thought about hitting the button a few minutes. Yeah, I think I was on time today. But I almost hit it like 15 minutes early. I was ready to go. All right. Leo time. Ooh, let's wait for it. 33. 33 because I love all the threes. All right, Leo. This is going to be for September 3rd through September 9th. And we did our astrology video already. It's going to be on my YouTube channel under the lives tab. I did go ahead and talk about the September hot dates for the whole month of September. We are in this powerful Pisces super moon, blue moon energy. You're live streaming on September 28th. The blue moon is less than 2 days away. Yesterday I was looking for the energy, and by this morning I had found it. All right, Leo, let's see. Energy of the week. So remember, this is after the blue moon, after the blue moon. Look at this. The happiness card comes out. Leo going after what makes them happy. Taking risks is also on the bottom. The eagle soaring is not getting away from me. Whatever this risk is, it definitely brings you like great freedom. I almost said abundant freedom. It's interesting. All right, let's use Queen of the Moon. The water is sticking out to me, Leo. My son is a Leo, and he was telling me how he spent his day at the lake today. I know this is going to sound weird because one does not have anything to do with the other, but I just heard Florida water. Leo, Florida water is not, well, I mean, the beach, the ocean, I get it. But it's, Miss L actually gifted me some Florida water. I use it to sanitize, to cleanse before and after the readings. So maybe somebody needed to know about Florida water. But the point is that, Leo, you're going after what makes you happy. We talked about that the entire 40 days, 40 nights of Venus retrograde. We realized that we don't have like some fancy button on us, you know, that we push to make ourselves happy. Like there's things and people and places and activities that make us happy, and we surround ourselves with those things, and that's how we're happy, right? And it's like we're going, Venus retrograde gave us the energy of being able to do these things without like caring what other people thought. Like if it didn't look like happiness to them, well, it doesn't matter, right? Like as long as it brought happiness to you. Now, that doesn't mean that we were just out carelessly doing things that made us happy. I made the joke that I like money, but Spirit's not going to let me go around robbing banks, right? Spirit will let me find and tap into my creativity so that I can grow PLR and make my own resources, right? But yeah, so it's like this energy of going after what makes you happy and really not caring what anyone thinks. Let's use career for an example. Let's say you grow up in a house and your parents want you to go to school and they want you to be a doctor, but you want to be, I don't know, I almost said a veterinarian, but that is a doctor, right? But let's say you want to be a gardener, you want to plant flowers. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to do what it is that they tell you to do, but you go your whole life, go to college, you go try to be a doctor, and it's not fulfilling to you. It's not something that you want to do. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but let's just say. But you know, growing roses is what makes you super happy. So you're like, you know what? I'm done with being the doctor. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna go grow my own rose bushes, and I'm gonna, you know, find my own happiness, and I'm not gonna give two craps what anybody says. And it's that type of energy. All right, challenge or obstacle. Ooh, hot moon extremes. Hot moon extremes is going to be the Aries full moon. This full moon does come in the end of September. We talked about it actually in the hot dates in yesterday's live. So yeah, if you missed that astrology live, make sure to check it out. But okay, so hot moon extremes, this is an easy card for me because again, I'm the Aries. We're very short fused. We let our emotions, and I'm just being honest, like don't get all upset, but Aries, but it's like we let our emotions kind of, when we're awakening, we're learning to not let our emotions control our actions, right? When we're not awakened, it's like we have no idea about this and our emotions rule our whole life, right? So I do feel like since my awakening, I have started, I don't want to say that I have complete control of this, but I can definitely now see where, I don't know how to say, I'm staying quieter when people piss me off, okay? I'm choosing my battles a lot better. I'm decide, you know, I made the comment to a friend of mine over the weekend. I was like, you know, this is probably what old people, this is how they feel. This is what Venus retrograde is doing to me. It's like, Leo, I'm having to sit with my emotions, my feelings, and not react, right? So it's like I made the comment to my friend. I was like, you know, I imagine like, you know, how old people, they watch the young people while they're drinking their tea, and we say the silliest things to old people and they just smile at us and go, oh yes, honey, oh yes, you know what I mean? And they don't correct us and they don't find the need to tell us how we're doing things wrong. They just let us go figure it out on our own, right? I feel like that's what Venus retrograde did for me. It's like giving me this energy of, I don't have to correct everyone. I don't have to tell everyone the facts. I don't have to tell everyone everything I know. They will figure it out on their own, right? And it's okay for me to watch and let people learn their own way, right? Leo, a little bit of that energy is the challenge, and that could definitely be blocking you from finding the things that make you happy, right? All right, let's look at lesson learned. Lesson learned that can help you with the challenge or obstacle. I feel like Aries is more hot-headed than Leo. But this could also, I mean, the hot moon extreme could also be like a passionate card, like speaking about your passions. Maybe there's like something that's like that you're very passionate about that's causing a challenge or obstacle. I just don't see how that could be though. And then of course the blue moon, expect the unexpected, comes out for lesson learned. So expect the unexpected, Leo. All right, let's look and see what that outcome is. We will pull some tarot, Leo, to see if we can figure out what is the unexpected. Some change definitely comes in with that 5. You have 34, 43, and 35. So 3s, 4s, and 5s, right? The change is the thunder moon. So you have 3 big full moon here. And the change moon talks about how you have an option here, Leo. You can fight the energy, fight the change, or you can use the momentum of this powerful blue moon to catapult you to where you're going to next. Nourishment is how you're going to do it. Mind, body, and soul. All right, Leo. Let's get some tarot out. Not too surprised to see that blue moon card. It is the 28th. Blue moon will be here on the 30th. Interesting. A card just flipped over on the desk. Elevation out of the Power of Love cards. All right, Queen of Cups and Knight of Cups comes out. Wow, we got a divine feminine energy and we got a player energy. How interesting. Ooh, I'm hitting all the things. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's see. And 2 of Swords, stuck, fear. Queen of Cups is unconditional love. Knight of Cups is someone who's courageous enough to deliver a message about how they feel. Many times when Knight of Cups comes out with Queen of Cups, it is the divine feminine energy chasing the divine masculine energy and that Knight of Cups. 2 of Swords, stuck between a rock and a hard place, but you're stuck because you're fearful of making a decision. All right, hot moon extremes. Hot moon extremes. Let's see what this is about for Leo. So we have Page of Pentacles, wanting to start a new journey. 8 of Swords, self-restriction, feeling like you can't go anywhere, can't move anywhere. Felt that with that 2 of Swords. Ace of Swords. I do feel like you're waiting for new clarity, new direction to come in. I feel like, Leo, that's what comes in with the blue moon. So let's see what expect the unexpected is about. 2 of Wands comes out. You're going to get a new opportunity to make a different decision. It could have something to do with traveling. There's your energy. It is having to pull from some, having to pull from deep down. I feel like this choice that you're going to have to make is going to be more challenging for you. I feel like you never thought it was going to come in, but like now it's here. Seems like everybody is manifesting with the blue moon, right? Amy on YouTube. All right, let's look at that change card. How do you use the energy? 7 of Cups, confusion, the Empress, and justice. I love it. So I feel like you don't know, Leo, how to use the energies when they come in. You could even try pushing them back. This could definitely be a person. It could be a counterpart if you're on the twin journey. And it's like you're confused. You're scared something is trying to deceive you, trying to surprise you, trying to take from you, something like that. And it's like spirit has to step in. Spirit has to step in. The Empress is divine feminine energy. It's about birthing something, creating something. Again, I feel like everyone's manifesting. So I feel like Leo, you most likely struggled to manifest something. You had to wait till the blue moon got here. I feel like maybe your emotions about whatever it is were too high. And that could be like why you weren't able to manifest. I felt that with Aries too. Like a lot of times when we're putting way too much energy into something, I always say like it's, you know, stop doing it, put your focus somewhere else, and then that thing will come in. It's like we're putting so much into it that we're restricting the energy and we're not allowing it to flow. I feel like spirit has to step in and bring the balance that you need in order to create the thing that you're trying to manifest. Strong Libra energy. Queen of Pentacles is on the bottom. All right, let's pull some guidance out for Leo. I am using Power of Love. You have the Humility card. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. So Leo, I'm talking to someone who's learning about oneness, but also who's learning about their own individual journey. Most likely I'm talking to a Leo who's recently learned that they're on this twin journey. And I think when you learn that you're on this journey, you immediately put the focus on the person. Why did I meet this person? Why did this happen to me? But I think now you're starting to realize that one, everything has reason, everything has purpose. And it's very possible that you're starting to find your own purpose from seeing someone take a different path than what you expected them to take. Right, Leo? Peacefulness is on the bottom. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. So definitely trying to find your peace and your calmness. All right, Leo, let's pull from the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I want to say that you're in your thoughts too, like Aries was, but the emotions are running high card did come out. And I feel like it's probably going to come out for all three signs, right? Because this Pisces super moon is a blue moon, and it's just very powerful. Look at that full moon. It's very powerful. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So big confirmation, Leo, full moon in Pisces. This is the blue moon that we're having right now. Be bold and make the first move. The cardinal moon comes out. Let's do one more, please, for Leo. One more. Look at that. Two more, because, you know, but believe in the impossible, the blue moon. So I'm just saying, clearly this moon is powerful for you, Leo. Take time to breathe out. It's a dismenting moon. I feel like it's manifest while it's peaking, and then take time to breathe out once it starts dismenting, and then you release that focus, you put it on something else, and bam, that thing that you've been trying to manifest comes in a lot easier, right, Pisces? Right, Pisces, right, Leo? All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Leo. I hope that was helpful. If it was, guys, please tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Tim says, my mom is Pisces and we have not been in communication for a while. Tim, I love your bravery. I love that you're so courageous and you come in here and talk to us the way that you do. Right now, collectively, the masculine energy, healing parental wounds. I yawned. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear those or not. All right, Sagittarius. Let's do 5105 for Sagittarius. This is going to be for the week of September 3rd through September 9th. We did talk about the astrology already. That video is posted on my YouTube channel under the live tab. And we are streaming on August 28th. So the blue moon came in very powerful for both Aries and Leo. So let's see if it comes in for Sagittarius. What is energy of the week for Sagittarius, please? September 3rd through the 9th. Did 2 come out for all 3? I feel like 2 came out for all 3, right? Look at this. I love it. Transformation, strong Scorpio energy with the transformation. So you could be Sagittarius, Scorpio moon, right? We have somebody like that. And the stillness card comes in. The stillness card is a little bit different than the stand still card. The stand still card gives me this energy like you're trying to do something and spirit makes you sit down. Me and Tim know about this. It's like we got the Aries and we don't know when to quit. We don't know when to rest. We don't know when to, like, you know, stop. So it's like spirit puts us in what I like to call these forced vacations, right? And that's going to be the standstill card. In the stillness card, it's different than a forced vacation. This is you choosing to be still. And I'm getting the information that Sagittarius, you're choosing to be still because your transformation is the opening to receive. Look how the butterfly wings are opening and the rose is in the middle. There's a yellow rose that could be significant to someone. Yellow roses do signify friendship. But yeah, it's like you're sitting still, Sagittarius, because you know that you're opening yourself up and you're just waiting to receive something that comes in. And whatever it is, I feel like it's magical. Like I'm seeing like the little fairy lights. Yeah, like whatever it is, it's magical. It's also going to bring some great adventures. Look at that. All right, let's pull Queen of the Moon out. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle. Challenge or obstacle. Look at this. Full moon power comes out. I don't think that it's actually a challenge or obstacle. I think you don't know how much power you are capable of having and how much you're able to manifest with this particular super full moon, right? All right, let's look and see lesson learned. Lesson learned that can help you with the challenge or obstacle. I don't know if you noticed, but for Aries and Leo, when I made this spread, this particular card we're fixing to look at is supposed to help you with the challenge or obstacle. But when we have these big cosmic influences, like, for example, this fantastic super moon, blue moon that we have, this energy is something that's happening right now. It took me quite some time to figure that out. All right, so we have the will card. Ooh, how interesting. How interesting. I have to look and see what's the outcome. The beauty card comes out. All right, Sagittarius. You are trying to manifest something. Your willpower is a force to be reckoned with. You have 16, 13, and 20. 20 is the beauty card. It does say that you're able to see the reason for something. I think you've had to wait a very long time for some form of transformation, and you probably didn't understand. Now I'm wondering, is it your transformation? Do you know a Scorpio? Is it the Scorpio's transformation? Because it's like now, and I just want to say, like, for my own journey, Sagittarius and Scorpio, those energies are very impactful on the masculine side. So it's like this energy of, and surrender is on the bottom. Amazing. But it's like this energy of, you didn't quit. Your, like I said, your willpower is so strong, a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to have to pull some tarot to see, because I can't tell, did you manifest, did you manipulate the energies with your willpower to get what it is that you wanted? Or did you realize that spirit's willpower is stronger than your willpower, and now you're having to surrender and see the beauty of the situation, see the reason that something had to happen a certain way? I think you may have been waiting a long time for this thing to come in. I always say, Sagittarius, I used to fight spirit every day. Every day. I always say I'm on this awakening. I'm having this journey. I'm going kicking and screaming. If it was up to me, I'd probably, like, I don't know, live in Florida somewhere by a palm tree and a beach, and, you know, just drink those little coconut drinks all day. But it's not up to me, right? Like, my purpose is here, and clearly when I align with my purpose, things go well. And when I don't align with my purpose, they don't go well. I feel like Sagittarius is the sign that is, what's the, I don't want to curse, but the, mess around and find out type of energy. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, let's pull a little tarot. Let's see, what is the transformation? Is it your transformation, or is this the transformation of something you've been waiting for? Knight of Wands comes out, Seven of Swords comes out, and Ace of Wands comes out. Wow. Knight of Wands is you. That's Sagittarius energy. It's about being very passionate, being very driven, going after, again, what makes you happy. There is the Seven of Swords energy here, which of course can be saying, like, that there's distrust or disbelief that something could happen. And it's very possible with your willpower, you could have been feeling like you struggled with disbelief as you were trying to manifest this thing. But I don't think so. The Seven of Swords is more like you're getting new clarity, you're getting new understanding about the journey you're on. And I think you're going to start keeping that information to yourself. You're going to stop releasing information, because you start to realize that everyone's journey is their individual journey. And it's not your job to teach someone or enlighten someone, unless, of course, they come and ask, right? Without, like, their, you know, everyone, again, has, like, their own ascension process, is the energy that I'm picking up. So I do feel like, Sagittarius, this could have something to do with someone around you. And of course, the Scorpio energy stuck out to me right out the gate. All right, so Four of Cups comes out. Four of Cups is about ignoring something. Spirit's giving you the last ingredient and you don't see it. Seven of Wands is about healthy boundaries, protecting yourself. And Ten of Pentacles is about goals, accomplishments, achievements. This could have something to do with a work environment, Ten of Pentacles. All right, let's look at that willpower card really quickly so I can get a little. All right, so we have Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So I'm going to go out and say, yes, Sagittarius, this has something to do with a work situation, financial situation, material situation, and a person. The person is sticking out to me strongly. Seven of Cups is having new choices, new options. But of course, there's confusion. It's like you don't know which one to pick. Three of Pentacles is partnership, teamwork. I respect you, you respect me, let's work together. Six of Pentacles is someone assists you, someone helps you, someone brings balance to the situation. The Beauty card, there's that Knight of Cups. The World card. And the Eight of Wands. The Knight of Cups come out for all three. Purple Violet on Twitch. I feel like the Knight of Wands came out on all three. Four of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. The willpower is an issue. And here's what it is. It's kind of like the Aries. It's like you are trying to Sagittarius, you could be trying to manifest something. Like you were trying to manifest it too soon. I feel like this happened for Aries and Leo. It was like everyone was trying to manifest before the blue moon actually got here. You had to wait till the blue moon peaked, which is going to be on the 30th. And then you're able to manifest whatever it is that you are wanting to come in. I feel like the reason that you weren't is your willpower wasn't enough. You needed the power of the Pisces super blue moon in order to manifest the situation. And you see the Eight of Wands and the World card, it's like it comes to completion. It comes full circle the moment that it does. It's like it took a long time. You waited in the stillness. You were open to receive. You went through some form of transformation. I feel like they also went through some form of transformation. But it's like now it's here. Now the offer is made, Knight of Cups. Now they're courageous enough to express emotion, what they feel. Now some cycle is closed and a new journey begins. And Eight of Wands says that it begins very, very quickly. Four of Pentacles, releasing something. So it's like we're trying to manifest, and we're holding on to it with our sheer willpower, right? And it's like we can't let the energy flow. It can't come in. It's like the moment, again, just like Aries and Leo, blue moon comes and goes, and you're like, well, crap, that thing didn't come in. Well, I guess I'm over it. And now I'm going to start focusing on something else. Bam, there it is, right? All right, let's do... I do feel like it has something to do with a work situation. It could have something to do with getting more money. Everybody wants that, right? But for some of you, this is about a person that you've been waiting for them to share how they feel. Evolution. This is the card that flipped out earlier. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Absolutely. On the bottom, respect. That's that Three of Pentacles. Remember, I respect your ideas. You respect my ideas. Let's work together. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to close it out with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. We're all in our thoughts. It's going to be that Mercury retrograde, stinking Mercury. What does Sandra say? Mercury, or Mercury. I forget how she said it. Yes, but we're also very emotional because it's a Pisces super blue moon. So it's like, of course we're emotional. All right, a new romantic cycle begins, definitely. Did you see that world card? I said an old cycle has ended and a new cycle has begun. And the old cycle, the person was not courageous enough to express their emotion. In the new cycle, they are. Look at this, surrender to the divine, the full moon. Last one, the end of a tough cycle approaches its full moon in Capricorn. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Sagittarius. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, please tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. Mercury, Mercury. Yes, yes, that is it. And it's funny because we talked about Mercury retrograde yesterday, right? And I was like, the shadow phase was, I thought, more strenuous for me. And when Mercury retrograde actually started, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, no, like I fought with that internet so bad. I think we crashed like how many times was it last night? 2, 3 different times. I was trying to get the FT readings like sent off, and I wasn't even able to like upload one video per 24 hours. And when you got 10 videos to send off, you know, and they're all supposed to be returned 3 to 5 days, it's like, what? Some of those are 1 to 3 days. So I'm just saying, like, yeah. I normally make coupons. If I'm late, I'll send out 50% coupons. But yeah, I got them all out, guys. No coupons were made this time. But yeah, just barely. Let me tell you, this Mercury retrograde, have mercy. Definitely internal though. How are we talking to ourselves? How are we talking to ourselves? And the feminine, the Venus retrograde, I mean, really gave us some tough lessons in that, right? Amanda, let me know if you're still hanging out with us and if you still want to do a free talking to heaven. Ooh, Kim McKee. Oh, I'm glad you did too. I love seeing your pictures though. And those ones that they did, what were they? Was they seashells? They did look like wings. I loved it. I wanted to type, but my phone was already on the mount. All right, I'm not seeing Amanda, but I think I will offer one free reading. I do see Facebook and Twitch is here. So guys, if somebody wants a reading, let me know. I will pick the one Spirit tells me to. And let's stick with the Queen of the Moon, right? Queen of the Moon, just because we are in that powerful moon energy. But then Miss L asks, are you doing talking to heaven readings? Miss L, I'm always doing talking to heaven readings. So unless I say that Spirit is not letting me to offer any free readings, it is because Spirit's asking me to conserve and reserve my energies. If you guys have been following me for any amount of time, like I will read tarot 24 hours, 7 days a week because I just love it. And I will give everyone a free reading because that's me. But here lately, especially during this Venus retrograde, I was asked to stop doing that, and it was very challenging for me because one, I missed all of you guys so very much, but two, it's like it helps me to read tarot for you guys. Like it helps me in my own healing process, right? So yeah, anytime that I'm here, if I'm offering free readings, the talking to heaven cards are always going to be an option. If I ever forget it, you can always just ask me, and I always bring them with me. Always. I forgot them one time. You guys remember that one time I forgot them and I totally freaked out? Yeah, but the mediumship just kind of came with this journey. Look at 11 people on YouTube. But the mediumship just came with the twin journey. Like I knew that I communicated with, you know, some interesting energies. But I definitely was one of those people that as I got older, it was a sweep it under the rug type of situation. And I think when I started my awakening process, it was something that was shown to me that would be like something I would help in this journey. See, I used to think that you could only be a twin on this journey if you met someone in the 3D and they catapulted your spiritual awakening. I've actually met several of you since then, that have, clearly shown me that this journey can be very different in very different ways, right? All right, so we'll do two. We'll do one for Miss L, and then I'll do one for you, Amy. I'm going to start with Miss L's talking to heaven really quickly. I didn't think that through, right? When I put the little picture up there. Oh, I see you, Amanda. All right, so I said something yesterday that was partially true, partially not true. And I feel like I need to clear that up. Yesterday I was talking about how I feel like I'm getting a little bit better with the mediumship readings, because before, if there was like a lot of people that wanted to get a message to you, I was not able to like pick one person and one message. I would get all the messages like bombarded, and then I would have to like try to figure out who was saying it, right? Let's say you have a grandmother and a grandfather and an uncle and an aunt and whatever, and like they all want to say something. This happened a lot to Amanda, right? And it's like it was hard for me to go, oh, it was from this particular person. Some of you guys are attached to more powerful energies that are attached to you, especially children, right? That just don't leave your side, and they're very protective of your energies. And so those are the energies that I usually talk to first and can get like the most information. They will even like pass information from other people that want to get the message to you, right? Because they're the only ones that like, it's almost like I'm only allowed to talk to them because they're like protecting all the energies. And then there's some people that want to communicate, but they don't want to tell me like who they are, or they want to communicate and you don't know who they are. That's pretty interesting, but it happens. Ancestors, guys, ancestors. So yeah, it recently occurred to me during this Venus retrograde, after this last big activation that I received at the beginning of the month, where I can pick now. I can say like, this is who I want to talk to, and this is the person that I'm calling in. And that's very new to me. Before, I didn't really actually have like control of that situation, right? And I can pick, like if I feel there's one that's more powerful than others, I can tell you now whether that person is male or female. And I'm just saying that is also new, that I really struggled to be. The only way I was able to do it before was to hear their words. And it was like how they spoke was how I could tell if it was like masculine or feminine energy. And now it's like I'm just told. It's just like I just see it and I just get it right away. I know, right? All right, let's do one for Miss Al. So Miss Al, think of who you want to hear from. And Miss Al says her dad or her child. Pretty interesting because those are both very protective energies for sure. Remember me by the happy memories that we created. I heard a word. It's so interesting. I heard a word right before I flipped it, and then I lost it. And then I opened the book right to the page. All right. Remember me by the happy memories we created. I can see you remembering me with heaviness in your heart because you worry and grieve. These are normal, beautiful, and understandable emotions, and they are part of your healing. However, when the dust settles, I really wish that you would focus upon your happy times instead of sad endings. Keep my memory alive by thinking of me at our most joyful times. When something stirs a pleasant memory, talk to me about this and know that I will hear you and share the sentimental moment with you. I'd love to say that this is your dad, but it's not. It's definitely the child, a very young child. And the picture that you have could be a picture that you have in your mind and not like a picture that you actually can hold. If you do have a picture you can hold, then clearly they're saying, like, look at these pictures and I will communicate with you. But I think for you, Miss L, it's like I can see the picture in your mind. But it's like when I think I see the picture in your mind because you create, I don't want to say you create the memories, but it's like you could maybe wonder, this very young. So it's like maybe wonder what life could have been like, right? But I do feel like this energy, again, very protective, always with you. It's like it's attached, right? Attached. All right, Marcel, I hope that was helpful. All right, Amy, let me know. Are you wanting to do Queen of the Moon general guidance? Because I'm going to go ahead and do Amanda since we have the Talking to Heaven cards out, and then I'll do yours, Amy. And then we'll wrap it up after that, okay? Didn't get to say goodbye. Oh, Miss L. Amanda, the earth is our school. Do you have a globe, Amanda, or an old globe, or like I'm seeing like they're on it. I think it's a globe, like it's on a like a round thing. And it stands up and it's got the globe, the earth on it. You spin it. It's a globe, right? Like that's what it's called. I'm not retarded. But it's old. And maybe it's like a statue or it's like a knickknack or something. But anyway, the earth is our school. If you don't have one, look for one. All right, we often forget when living in our physical body that Earth isn't our true home, heaven is. Heaven is a lot like Earth with people, animals, flowers, trees, and such. The difference is that up here, there is no competition to meet physical needs. After all, you don't have to eat or pay taxes in heaven. You do have responsibilities, but they're part of your life purpose, so they're joyful. For that reason, everyone in heaven is relaxed, forgiving, ooh, it's sticking out, happy and loving. I got to read it again. Sometimes I say, like, sometimes the words will, stick out. You do have responsibilities, but they're part of your life purpose. So they are joyful. For that reason, everyone in heaven is relaxed, forgiving, happy, and loving. We go to Earth to experience life in a physical body. It's like going away to boarding school. Once you have a physical body, the ego becomes apparent because everyone is competing and struggling to take care of their physical demands. But if you can rise above those energies, you can learn how to bring heaven's love to earth. It can take multiple lifetimes to grasp this simple yet not so simple concept. Fortunately, I'm here to help you learn what's really important for your spiritual growth: love. The more you can see yourself and others through heaven's loving eyes, the more you'll understand that everyone's doing the best they can. You'll have compassion for yourself and others, and that is when you've mastered your schoolwork. Amanda, there are several read between the line messages in what I just read to you. So I would suggest listening to that again when you have time. But I'm getting a whole group of them. Everyone is wanting you to know that no one is fighting there. No one is upset with the other there. I actually talked about this who was I talking to? Rachel. We were talking about someone that she knows that had passed away. And I was telling her, it's like, it doesn't matter how they were in the 3D physical. That's that person's journey. That person had lessons to learn a certain way. Once they have crossed over, once they're in heaven, right? It's only purity there. It's only purity. So it's like, there's no people in heaven fighting and cussing each other. That's only down here on earth, right? I did feel some read between the line messages, like we all need to offer forgiveness. Forgiveness is really big right now with that Venus retrograde. But it's also because it's like something about like you're learning, the earth is our school. So it's like, again, it's like the forgiveness. It's like if you don't forgive someone, you could be tying that ball and chain, that big heavy metal ball and chain that's weighing you down to that thing or person or whatever it is that you won't forgive. It's like you're here to learn that forgiveness breaks those chains and you're able to move forward in your journey, right? All right, Amanda, I hope that was helpful. All right, so now Amy, we're going to do Queen of the Moon, right? We want to see what type of crazy blue moon energy is coming out. Sandra says we're all fighting like cats and dogs down here. It's so true, but that's because we're here on Earth. Oh, I love you, Amanda. Ooh. Amy says, I lost my brother and my fiance within the last 3 years and now preparing for my mom's passing. She was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer. So always here if you ever need a friend. Do you guys notice that most of you are here because you're on this very specific spiritual journey, right? In other words, you met someone, had some weird experiences, and then it catapulted your spiritual awakening. And now you went from not being a very spiritual person to a completely different person who's way more in touch with spirit and source, right? And that's why you're here. That's why you're following me. I have noticed death is close to us always. Always. Whether it's our close friends, family, lovers, it's an always situation. I do feel like there's going to be a reason for that. Like there's going to be a meaning to it, right? Is it possible that, what do they call those? Earth angels, right? Earth angels. Yeah. And you know what's interesting to me is suicide is actually the #1 cause of deaths in our collective energy. Whether, accidental or not. But yeah, like that's something that we're drawn to. Cancer, of course. My mom died stage 4 lung cancer. She was 52 years old. It's one of the main reasons I really wanted to quit smoking. I turned 42, so this would have been 2 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I want more than 10 years, right? So it was like I had to start making some changes. I really didn't start making them then either. I just thought about it. But today I'm cigarette free. I don't know how long. It's been quite some time now. I lost count. Thank goodness. I did have a little meltdown, literally, at the beginning of the month, and I did buy a pack of cigarettes and try smoking some, and very quickly stopped. So yeah. I don't know. I feel like everything we're cleansing and purifying all the things. So many of us are really Starting to work and focus on how much we drink, how much we smoke. Some of us are even starting to pay attention to what we eat, what we're putting in our bodies. And I think if you look back at other twins on this journey, ones further ahead, you know, than us, you'll see that we're just following right down the step-by-step process of this journey. All right, Amy, let's see. What does the Queen of the Moon want to say to Amy? Let's get some blue moon energy. It is the 28th. Blue moon is going to be here in less than 2 days. Look at the balance coming out. I love it, Amy. I think right now you're trying to find balance and maybe like work, love, health, all the things, right? And you're having challenges with doing that. It's like you're not able to figure out how am I going to be able to balance this? I asked for blue moon energy. So it's like the blue moon comes in and gives you a discernment, helps you clear that fog so that you can see what it is that you need to balance out. Maybe I need to do a little more here and a little less there, right? A growth is here. I do feel like this is spiritual growth, and I do see the clock. So I do feel like some sort of divine timing is at work with this powerful blue moon. All right, Amy, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Hi, Pooja. Look at Amy, says, I'm currently trying to quit smoking. Amy, when I quit smoking, the day that I quit, it was literally like a boxing match between me and the cigarette. At like 3 a.m. one morning on my sister's front porch. By the end of it, I was in tears and the cigarette was broken. So I'm just saying I won 12 rounds later. But it can be done. By the time I beat that cigarette monster, he was just this tiny little cigarette that I was holding in my hand. But when I started the 12 rounds, I'm telling you, in round 1, that cigarette was like 6-foot tall monster, and it was beating my ass. but I finally just got a hold of it. And you know how people say, and please don't get upset with me, I love you, Amy, but it's so true, and you don't understand it until like after it happens. But people kept telling me, you're not going to quit, Rosa, until you really want to quit. And I just didn't understand what that meant. I was like, you know, F y'all, like, I want to quit. Why you say that? Like, of course I want to quit. Why would I go through all this if I didn't want to quit, right? No, it's actually very true. I'm telling you, in that boxing ring with that cigarette, I really decided that day that I was tired of this tiny little cigarette being this gigantic monster that beat my ass on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And I was just tired of it. And I finally wanted to quit. And it was like, I finally did it. That was it. Now, will you get tested after? I'm just saying, I did at the beginning of the month. But after you quit smoking cigarettes for a really long time and you try to smoke again, one, they're disgusting. And you're like, oh my God, why did I ever even think this tasted good? And I smoked menthol. So I was like, my cigarettes are good. They taste minty. No, they do not. That is not minty. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, like it was super bad. And then not only that, but like I couldn't breathe. Like right away, I was restricted, and I was like, oh yeah, like no wonder I quit smoking, right? All right, guys, I have to wrap it up. Spencer needs to go out. He's came in here and looked at me like 5 times, and now he's starting to roll his eyes at me. So I think it's time. That was it, Pooja. I'm so sorry. I love you. Maybe tomorrow. I hope you can join us tomorrow. Water signs, 8 p.m. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I will see all of you guys there. Don't forget private readings in the Etsy shop. I'm completely caught up. I will be sending out that last birth chart in the morning. And thank you, everyone who's been keeping me busy during this full moon. I appreciate you. And thank you, everyone who reached out for Twin Flame coupons. I appreciate you being so brave. Thank you for helping me help you, right? All right, guys, I'll see you guys all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.